Spartan Surfaces supporting the Harford Family House.
I'm Heather Volk with Harford Family House, and I am the Assistant Development Director and Director of Annual Giving.
On an annual basis, Spartan actually participates in a fantasy football league hosted by Floor Covering News. Yeah, we were able to give that to Harford Family House. And I'm here speaking with Heather Volk today on Harford Family House's mission and what donations such as this mean to your organization.
So to just give you a brief overview of who we are, you touched on it. So we're a nonprofit here in Harford County, Maryland that assists individuals as well as families who are experiencing homelessness basically get back on their feet. And we do this through housing, support, resources. It is basically going to help them get financially stable as well as mentally stable too, so they can go out on their own within a few months, a year, depending on what program they are in. So we're so grateful for Spartan Services and our partnership. Over the years, it's been a long time, whether it's been a monetary donation, supporting events, even product donations. We've even received some flooring from Spartan Services as well in the past. So $10,500, it's a large donation for Harford Family House, and it can be used in so many different ways. Just some examples are helping some of our children's programs. We do a healthy habits. Once or twice a week the kids will gather and we do a homework club with them. This is all through volunteers too as well. It could be used for first month's rent for 10 families that are going or individuals that are moving out of Harford Family House. Their security deposit. So many different ways it can be used through our programming.
How exactly did you get started in it? And I guess ultimately, how did Harford Family House get started?
Yeah, so Harford Family House was started over 30 years ago by 9 Episcopal churches here in Harford County. There were some volunteers that came across a single mom and her very young baby who were experiencing homelessness. They didn't have anywhere to stay. So they found her apartment here in Bel Air. Within a few months, she was back on their feet. However, while they were working with her, they realized there was a bigger problem here in Harford County than they knew. They just got more volunteers involved, helping more people that were experiencing homelessness here in Harford County, and it has just grown and grown to where we can, house over 40 people. We have 2 locations. We have a location in Belcamp. It used to be called Welcome One. We merged with that nonprofit about 3 years ago. That location serves individuals who are experiencing homelessness. So we have 26 beds for men, 6 beds for women there. Kind of that communal living type situation, although they do have separate sleeping quarters and bathrooms. And then 365 days a year, we have volunteers that come in and prepare and serve dinner for them. That is a shorter stay than our location in Aberdeen. It's about a 90-day stay there. However, they still receive the case management at that location as well. I got started with Harford Family House. I kind of fell into it. I've been a nonprofit for most of my adult career life. I had gone to a Harford County Chamber dinner, and I was lucky enough to sit next to Robin Tomechko, the executive director for Harford Family House, and she was telling me all about the great things that Harford Family House does, and I started out as a volunteer on a committee. I told her, put me on an event committee. That's what I did about another month later, I asked her if they had found anyone for the position yet, and she said no. Come on in for a tour, and that's what I did, and here I am almost 8 years later.
Yes, how vital is community support for what you do, and have there been any partnerships that have been particularly meaningful?
There's many community partners that we work with at Harford Family House. If it's something we can't handle on our own, that's when we reach out to our resources. We have a great relationship with West Cecil Health, several banks in the area, one of them being APG FCU. We also have a partnership with Habitat for Humanity. Actually, one of our residents is going to transition into a Habitat home shortly this spring. I believe they're going to start the build on that one, so that's super exciting to be able to partner with Habitat in this community. Both our families and our individuals, trying to get them back to financially stable. We work with the Department of Social Services. We have a program called the Ready by 21 program, and that's where as a young adult is exiting the foster care system, they may not be ready to go out on their own yet. can come to Harford Family House and stay there until they are 21 and receive case management as well.
Yes, that sounds terrific,
Yeah.
the work that you guys do. Were there any standout moments from this year's fundraiser that stood out to you?
Oh, absolutely. We just wrapped up a fundraiser that we do right around Valentine's Day. It's a bull roast called Hearts for the Homeless. At this particular event, we had a single mom of 5 children who had successfully exited our program and has been on her feet for over a year, doing great, but she's told her story during this event. And she came to us, she was with her 5 children fleeing domestic violence, where the program she was in, she could have stayed with us for up to 2 years. However, she was ready to go in 5 months, out on her own. So she worked the program, successfully exited, and is doing amazing. And the attendees at this event, I mean, you could have heard a needle drop listening to her speak, and she was so nervous and she did so great. And everyone just went up to her afterwards and was loving on her and thanking her for sharing her story, because when you come to a Harford Family House event, you want to know exactly where your money's going and hear these stories. So we're so grateful to our residents that are able to share. I know it's hard, it's not a great time in their life to share those stories. And this particular event, it fundraised the most we ever have at this bull roast after hearing her story.
For those inspired by this story, what's the best way to donate or give time?
Yeah.
What would the options be for anyone interested?
Yeah, when I meet someone for the first time that hasn't heard about Harford Family House or wants to learn more, I encourage them to come and do a tour of either or both locations. We've never had anyone walk away from a tour just saying thank you very much and not hear from them again, whether it's they want to volunteer their time or donate monetarily, come to an event, that sort of stuff. We are always looking for really passionate board members that are passionate about our mission, who would like to join our board. So that's another way to get involved. Our next event is in May. It's called Ahoy, kind of like a networking event. So tickets will be available shortly for that event. We have a great presence on social media, so follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then our website's always up to date with all the information about us and our events coming up. And we also have a newsletter that goes out monthly as well, so you can subscribe to the newsletter on our website as well.
Great, great. And what's your website address?
Sure, it's harfordfamilyhouse.org.
I was in Harford Family House for 8 months. I was under their emergency shelter. So if I am a living witness that Harford Family works.
It helped me, I got a steady job, and it just better prepared me for my future. The people there, they have become my family. I love them so much, and I can't thank them enough.
Harford Family House found a place for us. They took us in. If anyone ever wants to donate to a charity, I'm here to ask, please think of giving to Harford Family House.